Hey y'all, peace on earth and love and light to you. So, do you guys like my new cloth, I guess? I don't know. What do I call this? It is a cloth, a piece of fabric that I got from Dollar General. So, I've said before, I don't know. I know I've talked about my love for butterflies before. I love butterflies, and I feel like whenever I see butterflies, it's always reminded me of the process that I'm in now. I love butterflies. I just think they're beautiful, and what they stand for is it's just like this transformation process because we all start out as caterpillars and then we transform to beautiful butterflies. And I just love everything that a butterfly stands for, with this metamorphosis process that it goes through. And I I know when I was explaining these cards in one of my earlier videos, I was explaining like what was drawing me to these cards. And when I first got these cards, like the butterflies on the back is what drawn me to them because I really didn't like the images on the front too much, but I just love the butterflies on the back. And I work so well with these cards and I just love butterflies. So I feel like whenever I see a butterfly and it's significant for me, then it's just confirming to me like my process of change and transformation and like good things are happening. So while I was saying that, you guys, I just remembered, and I wasn't planning on saying this in this video. I don't know if I was ever planning on saying this, but I wrote a book a couple of years ago. It's called The Diary of a So-Called Saved Woman, Part 1, Metamorphosis. I titled that book that because at that time I was leaving Christianity and the church. And when I don't, everyone is not going to know, but when you're in that faith, Christianity, they call themselves saved. And when you're saved, that meant that you are just, saved or holy. It just means that you're set apart from everyone else, and it means that you're no longer doing bad things, you're doing good things now, is what it means. The thing is, it's just, I just never could totally identify with the word saved. And so during my transformation of leaving the church and becoming who I am now, I just felt like that I was in the chrysalis, in the metamorphosis stage. And I just never identified with that word. So I just wrote this book, The Diary of a So-Called Saved Woman. It's actually poems. So if you are a poetry lover, then you might want to check that out because it's really good. I think so. And I wrote it. But it's really good and it really has like some nuggets in there for people who are just, because like the main reason why I wrote it, because I feel like someone might be able to identify with it, whether or not you have a similar situation to me or not. I talk about the things that happened to me inside the church and the things that just happened to me throughout my life. And by the end of that book, the thing is, I wrote it like in 2014, so that's quite a transformation. So by the end of that book, it's just I leave it kind of incomplete, and you're gonna see. And I just tell the things that I've been through from when I had my son till I think, yeah, that video, like that. I was about to say video book was made before I even had my daughter, till I just tell like how I got out of certain situations, and that's really why I wrote that book, because I felt like other people was like confused by their transformations and why I'm going through this. But really, I just call it that you're going through the chrysalis, and I can confidently say now I feel like I am out of the chrysalis. I'm still growing. Still trying to spread my wings, but that book will be good, you guys. So if you want to look it up, it's The Diary of a So-Called Saved Woman, Part 1, Metamorphosis by Gabrielle Brown. I wrote another book if you're interested in that. It's actually somewhere on this channel I described that. The Pond by Gabrielle Brown. Now my third book, I just got finished writing it and I'm going to bring it out one day. I don't know when. But those books are on Amazon. now I actually just made a video a couple of days ago and I posted it today. That video is going to be up before this one is up, and it's going to explain the whole Gabrielle Brown thing if you're wondering why it's Gabrielle Brown. So my next book is not going to have Gabrielle Brown under it though. So funny that I just felt like I should bring that book up because it really could help some people, especially if you are a poetry lover or even if you're not. Like, it really helps people with their transformation in life and help them understand like why they're going through certain things. I think it does, but and this video is about your purpose. People in personal readings were just saying, well, I don't know my purpose. So, and I tell them, well, I have a video on that. And I understand if you don't want to go a dig and looking for it because I wouldn't want to do that either. So I was like, I'm going to make another video on this because, the question just keeps coming up. So pause the video if you need more time. I'm going to also use these cards next as clarifiers. So let's get to going. If you were drawn to card 1, it's kind of literal. You are a light worker. And I'm thinking this card came out because someone is saying, I know I'm a good person and I know I like to help people, but do I consider myself a light worker? And then someone else is saying, I am a good person. I don't mind helping people, but it's not what I do on an everyday basis. Actually, what I do have nothing to do with helping people. So that does not mean you have to quit that job, but you are a light worker. And a light worker is just someone who is just specifically spreads light, shines light on something. Basically, some type of way you can give new information or find a new way of doing things, you know. So as for me, you guys know this is part of my light work. And also what I do is, and I struggle, this is why I struggle with my heart chakra. And this is probably an area of your life that you struggle with too, because you usually the part that you have to help people with, you'll kind of struggle with it. It's like, did I say heart or throat? You see what I'm saying? I don't even remember. But this is why I struggle with my throat chakra, not heart. Because thing is, because like part of my calling is to communicate with people and show them a new way of thinking. It's all about your thoughts and your thought pattern, because a lot in life people always tell me like, I never thought about it like that, or they say like, wow, like you really shed light on that. I never heard anyone say it like that before. Or they say, you know, you think so differently. And one time I was in Houston, you guys, and this one woman told me, she's not the only one that told me this, but the way she told me, she was like, I really feel like God brought you from Alabama to Houston just to talk to me, because the way you just spoke to me, I don't know if anyone else could. So I know that's part of my light work, is kind of shining light on people's thought patterns and getting people to think differently. So this is just confirming to you, because someone needs to know you are a light worker. If you were drawn to card 2, okay, this is for someone who is contemplating, basically, should I let go of my day job? I know I just talked about that in that one, but I'm not saying you're going to be led to this one or this is what you're supposed to do, because I really feel like the person in this one don't have to let go of their day job. But if you are drawn to this one too, or whoever is drawn to this one too, you have to let go of what you're doing now to start pursuing your purpose. Your purpose is not going to really be revealed to you. It's not going to really come, or even if you know your purpose, it's not going to happen until you let go of what you're doing now. But this is career based. This is job related. You know, this is what you're doing right now for your work, especially if you know that this is for the people who know that they're not walking in their purpose right now. You have to let go of it. And it's like you're thinking that you can do both of them, but you can't. That's why that let go card is there. It's telling you to let go. hey, if you was drawn to card 3, this is what I was picking up when it came to this. And a lot of times I don't already turn over the cards, but in this case I already did before I started the video, because I knew that I was going to have to really sit with spirit for a while, because you know I took this video really seriously to see what they meant. So spirit is not revealing your light, no, not your light work, your purpose to me right now, because this is something they want you to do. You have to just sit down, get centered, find your center, pray about it, meditate on it, and they will reveal this to you. This is just something sacred. It's private. They want to show you and not me. If you were led to card 4, this is a dreamer, but most importantly, you are a psychic. The reason why you have so many dreams is because visions come to you in your dreams, premonitions come to you in your dreams, the past, present, and future comes to you in your dreams. That's because you're like me. You are a psychic, you are a seer, you are a soothsayer. So let's see. You know what? I was going to do some clarifiers, and spirit is like, no. So I'm not going to do them. I'm so sorry. Like, that was my plan, but I don't think I need to. I'm going to leave it like this, you guys. So if you resonated with any of this, then just leave it in the comments. I would like to know. Thank you guys for all your positive feedback that you give me. Those of you who have donated to the channel, thank you so much. Those of you who order a personal reading for me, thank you so much. So continue to come and grow with me, you guys. And subscribe. Bye.